Okay, if we're gonna do an image transfer using gloss medium, acrylic gloss medium, acrylic matte medium, and just an acrylic paint. Here's some samples. So here's one that's already been transferred. This drawing transferred onto the paint. And how we do that is we put a little bit of the paint down, make a nice even thin layer. You don't want it to be too globby and then it will dry inconsistently. Maybe I have a little bit too much paint here for my image size. Oh, you know what I'll do? Oh yeah, it's okay. So a nice even coat of the paint, and while it's still wet, you put your image that's been printed on a piece of paper onto the wet acrylic. And then you just press it down. And you want to make sure not to get any of the paint on the back side. You could also use a squeegee to press this down too. Okay, so any printed material can be image transferred. Here I have a page from a magazine, a picture, and then I just ripped out a piece of newspaper too, and we'll do samples with that. What happens is the ink that's on the paper that's been printed transfers to the acrylic paint. So any acrylic paint color works fine, but then also the most commonly recommended material for image transfer is acrylic gloss medium, which dries clear. You put, oops, I've got a little bit of yellow still in there, but that's okay. So that yellow will show. A nice even layer again. And let's go ahead and put the newspaper down on here. You want to press it down evenly. And then we'll do another one with the matte medium so you can see the difference. So nice even layer. While it's still wet, you're going to put your printed image onto it. So I'm being careful not to transfer any of the acrylic onto the backside because then it creates a seal and you won't be able to remove this paper. So what happens is I've already taken the paper off of these ones. It was like this before, but these ones are now dry. You only need it to dry for 30 minutes to an hour. If you leave it on there for like a week, it will be sealed on there and it won't transfer. This is a wet towel, and what you want to do is get the paper damp and then slowly and with a gentle pressure remove the paper. Some people do this with their fingers. They rub the paper off because then you have more control, but I don't like that texture, so I don't do that. So I'm rubbing off, whoops, it didn't stick everywhere. I'm rubbing off the paper, and the ink, the printed ink picture has transferred to this paper. So I'm getting rid of all this extra paper. You can see like I've ripped some parts off, and that kind of texture is okay too, or you can be more gentle and rip less off. And then I'll just brush all these onto the floor. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put it in my hand and then put it in the bin. I'm gonna get this a little bit more wet, and I'll take the magazine off. So you just massage the water in here. Magazine takes a little bit more time because it's thicker, glossy paper, but you want to get that paper wet. Be patient. I'm trying to rush it a little bit. There we go. So the paper's coming off and the transferred image is on the other side. I'm rubbing too much. So be gentle and just slowly remove the paper. So Any acrylic media works. I did some experiments here. This is with glitter Mod Podge. That was okay. This is with matte medium, and this is with gloss medium. This is acrylic, and on the bottom half I painted a gloss medium on top of it to make it more vibrant. So what I'll do is I'll let these dry half an hour to an hour and then remove them too. And I'll continue to take this image off slowly. You can see it start to appear. And maybe with the magazine I need to use my fingers. But there you go. Image transfer. Have fun.